If you want to know what logging into Fortnite for 600 days can get you, then make sure you stick around for a complete look at everything in my Fortnite Save the World locker. Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox and welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to click that like down below and smash that subscribe before you go. And if you turn on the notification bell, then you will always get updated of all my content when it comes out. If you do buy anything from the Epic Store, then please consider using code RiverFox, as it will help me out a great deal. But this is Fortnite Save the World on 600 days logged in. It has been a long grind to get here, but this video then will show you everything that is in both my schematics, my heroes, everything like that. Now I won't go into what skins and wraps and things that I have got. If you would be interested in seeing those, then I will do a separate video for Battle Royale content, but this is just for Fortnite Save the World. Just to make sure that I'm not getting in the way of any important things, my webcam may sometimes be over here, but it may also be over here. So I will chop it and change it as we go through the contents of this video, just to make sure it's not getting in the way of anything important. But without further ado, let's get straight into what 600 days of logging into Fortnite Save the World will get you. So first of all then, of course I am in Twine Peak, so I've completed all of my standard missions. So the only sort of quest that I have now is to complete 3 of these or 2 of those and things like that. Nothing major on there. Now over on the command tab then, we'll go into my heroes first of all, and my heroes that I have got, I've got a couple of 130s, but majority of them are 106s. So I've got let's go through the various different ones. So soldiers then, I have got the Raven, which was probably one of the first sort of mythic heroes I think that I ever received, but he has got increases lefty and righty damage, which isn't really my kind of thing, so I never use him very much. I've got Sergeant Winter, Skull Trooper Jonesy. Now he is pretty good. I do like him. I have used him a fair bit, but again he has got the lefty and righty perks, so it's not again one of my favorite heroes. But we've got Master Grenadier Ramirez, Quick Draw Calamity, Steel Wool Carlos, Archetype Havoc. I mean, I won't read every single one, you'll be able to see them on screen, but these are all my 106 soldier heroes. I think probably my favorite soldier one, I would say, is probably First Shot Rio, if I'm honest, as the one I've used the most. Haven't really used any of these other ones as main commanders and normally in support. So over now onto my constructors, and I've got Mega Base Kyle, which is a mythic hero. My favorite, I think, constructor at the moment is the Thunder Thora. Pretty good. I do like her a great deal. I got a few Kyles in here actually. Let's see, my second favorite I think is Power Base Nox, which has really good base damage, especially useful for storm shields, and even for endurance it's pretty good with Power Base Nox. But yeah, they're all my 106s there. I've got a few other ones which I haven't leveled up, but I don't really want to get rid of those just yet. We have, for my ninjas, I got quite a few ninjas, because I do use them quite a lot. We've got the new Razor one here, which is pretty decent. I love the Dragon Scorch. It's awesome hero to use. I just wish the Razor had the Dragon Slash the same as Dragon Scorch. If it did, then I would use Razor all the time. I absolutely love the Razor hero. My favorite, I think, at the moment is Anti-Cuddle Sarah and my Ear Splitter Loadout. That's one of my all-time favorites. I didn't really get on with Bladestorm Enforcer. That was just one I leveled up for a hero review and never really used it since. Let's have a look what else we've got. Snuggle Specialist Sarah, she's another good one as well. Deadly Blade Crash is another favourite of mine. Awesome, I do like that one. And a few others then at the bottom here which I haven't leveled up. Now for my Outlanders, I do have quite a few of these. I spent majority of missions, I think, on this main account, probably right up until about the middle of Canny Valley of using just Outlanders. I pretty much used them every single mission. But there's a few decent ones in here. Beetle Jess is a really good Outlander. I do like that one. Field Agent Rio, that is my other main one that I use now at the moment. Let's have a look. We've got a lot of Jesses. Scout Eagle Eye. Fossil Selfie is a brilliant farming Outlander, so definitely recommend that one if you've got it. This Archaeologist, that's the main one I think that I used for majority of missions, and wherever it is, Pathfinder Jess was the other one. There we are, Pathfinder Jess. That's the main one that I used for pretty much all my missions when I started out. But yeah, we got quite a few other heroes in here, and again, a few I haven't leveled up yet. I really want to try out the Willow. The Willow does look really awesome as a hero. Just the perk for it isn't one that I would use that often, but the look of it, absolutely awesome. So that is my heroes. Okay, over on to my hero loadouts now. If we start at the beginning, now my main ninja loadout that I use is my Anti-Cuddle Sarah, which I use with my Ear Splitter, which I'll go into very shortly. But this is my main ninja loadout that I use. Awesome hero. Next one then is a Thunder Thora, which is the Constructor. I use this especially on any SSDs or any missions that you are going to need to defend pretty strong defense. I will use the Constructor loadout. I've got the Razor loadout here, which I've not long done the review on that. If you haven't seen that, then do check that out. I'll try and pop it up in the top right of your screen now, and that will help you out if you haven't used that hero. My next one then is my Jonesy bot. Now this one is my basic loadout. This is the hero loadout that I use for any weapon reviews that I do, only because it's the lowest powered sort of setup that I've got, and I like to review the weapons so that they give an overall review for any general purpose without having special loadout. So that's the only reason I've got Jonesy bot set up. Next one then is Field Agent Rio. Now with Field Agent Rio, again, is a Outlander. This is probably the main Outlander that I will use for general missions. But I've also got the Beetle Jess, which is another Outlander loadout. This one is set up for the pistol, and especially the Ghost Pistol, which is another weapon that I use quite a lot. So that's why I've got Beetle Jess set up. Next one then is Dragon Scorch. Now sometimes for especially encampments, the Dragon Scourge is pretty good for encampments, and he's got some great shadow stance abilities, so that is why that one is set up. And that they are the loadouts that I've got now set for the moment. I do constantly change these up depending on what missions I need to do, so you wouldn't believe the amount of screenshots I've got just to remind me whenever I change a loadout what it was before, so I can easily change it back again. But that is my hero loadouts. Now over to my defenders. I don't have a vast amount that they've leveled up because I've got a rifleman. I have got one of those, a 106, and I've got 2 sniper defenders, which, as you probably will notice, I use quite a bit when I'm in missions. Give them the neon sniper, or sometimes even the obliterator is pretty good with these. And box them all up, and they can help defend with shooting through walls, so they're awesome to have. I have got a bruiser, but I will be honest, I don't really use the bruiser. The only 2 that I mainly use are these 2, the sniper ones, but I did level him up, so if ever I do need some close combat defender, then I've got that set. All the rest that I've got here I haven't really used. In fact, I need to recycle these and get rid of them, because I'll never use any of these, and you can't increase the rarity of a defender. You can't increase their rarity, so there's not really any point me keeping any of these epic ones. I will recycle them all. Now over to the schematics, the important part. Now I do have quite a lot of schematics. We'll go through them from the traps backwards. So I've got a 106 broadside trap. Now these are brilliant for using at the ends of trap tunnels, so that as the husks are coming in, the cannibals will fire down along the trap tunnel and do damage that way. Now, as everyone knows, a ceiling gas trap is my main and favorite trap of all time, but I have recently leveled up the ceiling electric field, because as you'll notice, you do use a lot of herbs for the gas trap, and I was always running short of those, so I decided to level up the electric field, which used a lot less materials, and did a pretty decent job of it, so that's why I've got that one there. Now I've also got the sound wall trap. I do use these as well in trap tunnels. Generally I'll put these sort of at the beginning of the trap tunnels, so that it'll cause the most effect as they're walking in. They get hit by the sound wall, start dancing, which slows them down a bit, and then they'll take damage from all the other traps, so they're pretty decent there. I used to use the flame grill floor trap a fair bit, but I don't know, I started sort of going off that and changing over more to the retractable instead. But floor launchers, brilliant traps they are. I'm starting to level up the healing pad very slowly, because one thing when you are in Twine Peaks, you can take a lot of damage. In some missions, I mean, a taker can literally one hit you and you are almost down, so it's a good idea to have healing pads, so I've started leveling these up a little. Of course, the retractable floor spikes as well. Wall darts, I used to use these a lot as well, a lot. I would stick them on all the walls everywhere. Awesome trap. But then I came across the wall lights, which I suppose do a similar job as the sound wall. They don't make them dance, but they will stun them and slow them down, which you know, if you're running short on certain materials, like for the sound wall, then you can use the wall lights and they will do pretty decent damage there. I do use the wall dynamo quite a bit as well, especially in sort of timeout rooms, little boxes that you fling the husks into. I'll use the wall dynamos in there, and they work quite effectively. Wooden floor spikes, they will slow the husks down. I do use them quite a bit as well. Now you'll notice that a lot of these aren't actually even 106s yet, and the only reason for that is I have spent so much time and evolution materials on leveling up weapons and heroes, that I never have enough left to actually level up the ones that I need. So it is going to need to be a big grind now to get materials and things to level these up to 106s. The floor freeze trap, I never really got on with that. Same as the tar pit, when that came out, I didn't really get on with that. I did level it up for a review, never really liked it, and I recycled it. So I got rid of that. I've never really used the ceiling drop trap. Don't really like that personally. Ceiling zapper. Now I used to have that as an 82. One point I think I needed some materials for leveling a different trap, so I recycled it. Managed to get a different one in Alarma, so that's the only reason I've got this here. Cozy campfire, I do need to actually level this up. There's another one the same as the healing pad. I do need to level it up and get that working properly, really. The patrol ward, one of the most useless traps in the entire game, but the only reason I've got it in here is to say that I've got all of the traps. Yeah, useless. Wall spikes, again, something else I never really got on with. I did have that leveled up as well, but again I recycled that. Okay, over on to my melee weapons now. Starting at the top, my most favourite of them all is the ear splitter. Absolute awesome god of a weapon, especially if you are using the anti-cuddle Sarah loadout. If you use this with the ear splitter, absolute awesome weapon. But let's go back. Next one is my Krypton sword. Now I did get this quite early on, and it was my favorite weapon, my favorite melee, until of course the ear splitter came out, and unfortunately is going to take second place now. Next one, surround pound, a pretty damn good hardware weapon as well. Haven't quite finished leveling this one up either, but really good. The stop axe, if you didn't see that video recently, considering it is a level 25 weapon, it's an absolute god of a weapon. If you have never tried it, you need to try that out. It is, is a level 25 here, so it uses silver and duct tape and things to craft, so it's really cheap to craft, but amazing job. I mean, in the video I did on it, you'll be able to see this will get you into Twine Peaks. Awesome weapon, so do check it out. The spectral blade, now I will be doing a review on this very shortly. I had this last year. It's one of those weapons that sat in my inventory, never got used. Really want to get this tested out because it is apparently one of the best swords, so I will be reviewing that very shortly. The ruler sword, level 1 sword, you literally can't do anything with it. You can't I mean, you can upgrade, but you can't change perks, do anything with it at all. So I've kept this as a level 1 because it was the very one of the very first weapons that I ever got. Black blade, I did review this recently. hate this weapon, absolutely hate it. Can't wait to be able to recycle that and get all my mats back. Same with the Brood Slicer. Ugh, don't like that at all. Stormblade, I started leveling up. It's one of those things I never got actually round to finish leveling, so that's why it's still sat in there. I will level it up at some point. The Argon Axe, again, I'm going to level up at some point, because that is part of the sort of Krypton Sword set, so I do want to try that one out. Mic Drop, as supposed to be another similar weapon as the Ear Splitter, so again, I'll try that out sometime. Neon Scythe, that's part of the Neon set as well. And I had this then last Christmas, and again is sat here doing nothing, is the Tree of Light, which again is supposed to be a pretty decent weapon, just never got round to upgrading it. Over on to my weapons now. Now the Ghost Pistol is, in my opinion, one of the best pistols now. It never used to be, apparently. When it first came out, it was terrible. But since the new buffs that they did recently, the Ghost Pistol is an awesome pistol. My Gravedigger 130, I think it was probably the first 130 weapon that I actually had, is the Gravedigger. I've got then my Bobcat, which I am slowly leveling up. I use this especially pretty good for mini bosses and things that take a lot of damage to to kill. Then the Bobcat is pretty good for that. Deatomizer 9000, this is by far, in my opinion, the best explosive weapon in the game. I still need to spend a lot of time leveling this up and getting the perks to gold on this, but awesome weapon. Again, there is a review on that. I think I did actually quite a while ago do a review on the Helium Shotgun. A really good shotgun. It's kind of a slow fire rate to it, but it's pretty damn good weapon to use. Neon Sniper Rifle, of course, that is my Defender's Sniper Rifle, and they do pretty decent with that. Obliterator, another good sniper rifle to use, as is the old Betsy. Next one then, Santa's Little Helper, and now I leveled this up last Christmas when that came out, and until Deatomizer come out, that was at the time my favorite explosive weapon. It's still pretty good though, and it does amazing damage, especially with the 4 damage perks that I've got set on it. So awesome weapon. The Siege Breaker, now this actually started out as the level 1 grey weapon. I managed to get 2 of those grey schematics when I first started. That one that I showed earlier, I've kept that as a level 1, but this Siege Breaker actually has been leveled up from that. It's been evolved into every rarity you can get, and was the first weapon I actually got full gold legendary rolls on it. So it is a decent weapon to use. The Siege Breaker is better. The Wraith is better, but the Siege Breaker is a pretty damn good weapon. Super Shredder, another good favourite of mine. It is a sniper rifle, but it works pretty much like a shotgun. So I use that a lot, especially against mist monsters and bosses, because of the 5th perk that I've got set on it. The Wraith again then, yep, awesome weapon, and I really need to get the gold rolls on this as well. Now the Founders Revolt, now you do only get this this pistol from buying the Founders pack, so you do have to pay extra for Save the World to get this pistol, and you can't level it to a legendary. You can't increase the rarity to a legendary epic is the highest that it will go. Pretty good pistol. It has an ability at the bottom there, bullets chain to one nearby target. So when you shoot one target, it will actually chain and shoot another random target as well, which is an awesome ability. Blastertron 9000, yep, that's a pretty decent weapon. Blastertron Mini, I do like that one as well. The boom bow can be extremely fun. Definitely a sniper rifle to try out if you haven't. The Plasmatron 9000, that's an okay pistol too. I do quite like that. Jacko launcher, yeah, decent launcher. Hot mix, that's an okay pistol. They're all part of the same sort of sets with the Blastertrons and things, so they're pretty decent weapons. Hemlock, I never really got on with it. I don't know why. It just didn't have that sort of feel to me, so I never really used that too much. Gamatron, another a decent assault weapon. Easter egg launcher is pretty much just a reskin of the Jacko launcher. Nothing majorly special. It drops Easter eggs when you fire them. So it's a fun weapon, but nothing major to worry about. Desi Blaster, yes, that's okay. Again, they're pretty much just reskins. Candy Corn LMG, that is a decent weapon to use. Yeah, it's pretty similar and really a reskin of the Gravedigger. It just drops candy corn, which you can pick up for increasing your health. Pulsar 9000, pretty damn good shotgun actually. If you haven't tried that out, it sets like this massive sort of ring which expands as it goes out, so it can kill quite a few husks in one go rather than just single bullet and single husk. So pretty damn good weapon. We have the Staccato Shotto, another okay shotgun, nothing too fancy. Typewriter, very fast firing and big magazine size, but not the most fantastic damage. V6 launcher, yes, that's okay. I have reviewed it, but it's not the best, not in my opinion anyway. The Yeoman, that is a pretty decent sniper rifle actually. I've got with the perks and things I've set up on it, I think I could take a level 100 smasher out in about 6 shots, I think. I'd have to go back and check, but pretty decent weapon. The Argon assault rifle, I never actually leveled up any further. Is okay. Same with the Krypton pistol, never used that too much either. Noble launcher apparently are extremely good weapons. Again, I've just never really leveled up, and I got loads and loads and loads of other ones down here which I've just never got rid of. So that is all of my schematics. Backpack then, if you're interested, this is what I'm currently carrying in my backpack, just to have my weapons at hand. Nothing too major in here, and crafting ingredients. I've got a fair bit of sunbeam and things now. Yeah, I managed to do a bit of trading recently, get rid of some stuff out of my inventory, my storage, so I've got a fair bit in there now, thanks to the wonderful Hexylvania missions, which will be going very shortly, so I need to get back in there and do some more farming, but thanks to those swamp missions, I have now got tons and tons of fibrous herbs, as you will see in my storage as well. I got shed loads of brick and everything, which I store for when I'm doing my SSDs. Couple of traps and things I've stored in there as well for the SSDs. Loads of ammo, which I need to get rid of some of it. Got far too much of it. Shed loads of batteries, which, considering now the deatomizer uses proper ammo now, I'm going to be going through a lot of batteries, I think. Just like the nuts and bolts, I've gone through shed loads of those. I've got hardly any nuts and bolts left whatsoever. Where are we? Yeah, that's all I got, so I'm gonna have to do some farming on that. But that is pretty much, that is my storage and my backpack. The collection book, I have added a fair bit on there. I'm on level 148 at the moment, so nothing majorly high on it. I think initially the main thing I did was recycle weapons and that for the XP and so forth, so I'll be able to start adding things in the collection book now as well. Transform, I'll show you this briefly, but this will be going in next week's update anyway, so you won't even need to worry about the transforms anymore anyway. And I think pretty much the last thing I've got then is my resources. Now all of these perk ups and evolution materials, it has taken me yesterday 16 hours of grinding every single mission in Twine Peaks and quite a few in Canny Valley to actually get these evolution materials, because they go so fast. I am trying now to build up a big stack of these, because I want to get my power level up to at least 122, so I can try and sort out that mythic Storm King. So I'm going to do major grinding over the next few weeks. I've got a lot of candy. Now on this main account there's not really anything from the llamas that I need, but I'm going to build up as much of this candy as I can, and probably next week, just before the update, where the Fortnite mares are going, just in case they do take away the llamas and actually put in different llamas, then I will do a llama opening of the candy llamas. Got loads of frost up and fire up and amp up perks, XP boosts, which I don't really need anymore because I'm on max level for that. Uncommon perk up, I've got tons of that. Not so much of the rare one now. I do need to get a few more of them. I have got 26,500 gold, because there's literally hardly ever anything that I need to buy from the using gold, so I got so much of that. I haven't got that much hero XP anymore, because I'm always leveling heroes up. I got 184 mini reward llamas, which again I'm just building up until I can get a real big massive supply of those, and then we'll do a big mini llama opening and see what we can get. Not so many people now. Did some expeditions yesterday, but again, people tickets will be going next week with the removal of transforms, so you don't need to worry about them. Reperk, I've now got a nice tidy supply. I did run out recently after leveling so many things up, but I got a nice supply of that back. Schematic XP, I got 9.2 million of that, but I have 11.6 million survivor XP ready for leveling up and getting my power level up. And my weapon and trap and training manuals, nothing too major on there. I always seem to end up with shed loads of weapon designs. I don't know why, but there we go. So that is my resources. Is there anything else? Let's see. We got the upgrades. They're all literally on max. There's nothing else to do on there. Research, that is all maxed out as well. That maxed out quite a while ago. So the only other thing that I have got is my survivors, which I won't go massively into this because I did actually do a video on survivors recently, but yeah, I've still got a few I need to work on. I've got a few that need changing in here, but this is my survivor squads. They are now all set. I just need to get some extra ones which are going to increase my power level and then get those leveled up. So that is pretty much my my locker. As I say, I won't go into my emotes, things like that. If you want to see those, then I will do a separate video for them. If you are interested, then do let me know in the comments. But this is pretty much my my locker, my resources, everything. So this is what 600 days of logging into Fortnite Save the World can get you. Let me know in the comments though how long you have been logged into Fortnite Save the World. Is there anyone who is close to me or even higher than me logged in? And would be interested to know. But I hope you did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to drop a like down below, smash that subscribe before you go, and if you turn on the notification bell, then you will always get updated of all my daily content when it comes out. But until the next time, I hope you have a lovely day and stay safe, my friends.